can tell by the title of the video what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about my first impressions of the Atturo trail blades, but first, time for a cold start. Hopefully the wind noise is not bad. So quickly, before we hop in the truck and get to really talking about it, just going to give a little view of what they are. So they're 33, 1250, 22s, and we've got like 250 miles or more on them, and just about everywhere still has the little tire nipples, or however you want to call it. So I would say that's pretty good idea that they could probably last a long time. They look great. Obviously it's only been 250 miles, or a little bit more than that, but still, every other tires I've ever had, first drive or whatever, the tire nipples are gone, but the backs don't have as much as the front, obviously, because they're, you know, locked into place when turning. But I just thought that was pretty cool how they still have them. So let's hop in the truck, go for a little drive, and I'll give you all my first impressions of them. Boy, when this thing shifts, it sounds so extremely incredible. I know this video is supposed to be about the tires, but man, you just really can't get over the exhaust. We'll have a little intro to the video about, you know, little exhaust clips rolling through town. Just a little baby acceleration. But we're on this super bumpy road right now, so once we get on a somewhat smooth highway, we'll jump into how I feel about them. Alright, so we're going down this hill now, and I don't know how good y'all can hear. It is raining a little bit. Hopefully the rain's not messing up the audio, but the roads are wet, so those tend to make your tires louder. From my experience with mud grapplers and everything, they've always been louder whenever the roads are wet, and these do sound a little bit louder today with the roads being wet. So if y'all can hear, it's just a slight hum, you know, I guess just a normal mud tire hum. It's nothing like a mud grappler at all, which I'm not one that doesn't, you know, dislikes the mud grappler sound. I like the sound of them. But we're running about 50 right now, stuck behind some cars, but they just have a nice little tire hum to them. If you don't like tire hum, then I don't know why you're buying mud tires for your street vehicle. That's just 100% part of it. This has got more high-pitched sound than the mud tires that I'm used to. It's just a normal mud tire hum, but it is on the higher pitch side, not like a shrill noise or whatever. I'm sure y'all can hear it. As far as ride quality go, a lot of people were talking about that, which I'll probably do a more in-depth video showing you different roads and stuff, how they ride, but man, they ride great. Being a 22 and a 33 on a 22-inch wheel, a lot of people say they're going to ride like garbage. They absolutely do not. A lot of people say that a 3-inch leveling kit is going to ride like garbage. Absolutely does not. Is it stiffer than stock? Of course, but it's not bad. It actually is good. But we'll make a separate video for that, get into more details. But as far as the tires go, you know, a lot of people say, you know, you should have got Nitto, you should have got Toyo, and my response to that is, for one, these Atturo trail blades look better than either one of them. Sure, you can get the Nittos in super fat tires if you like that. You can get them in a real wide tire, and none of them look bad. But I will say I think these Atturo trail blades look more aggressive than either one of them. Definitely the side lugs look way more aggressive, and that's one of the main reasons I picked them over the Toyo MT. I've always ran mud grapplers on everything because they are so daggum aggressive looking. They look amazing. They're huge side lugs. Unfortunately, they don't make them in a 33, 22, which is the wheel size that I absolutely wanted to go with. So I couldn't run mud grapplers. and so it was up to, you know, the other tires, Toyo, MT, or the grapplers. That was really my main choices. So when looking at them, and Custom Offsets, of course, has an awesome video talking about all of them, as far as, you know, a cheap tire versus expensive tire. So these cost you about half as much as a Toyo MT. And from the looks perspective, to me, they look better. So you're getting a tire for half the price that looks better. Performance, we'll have to do a long-term test to see how many miles they last. Like I said, we've got almost 250 miles on them now, and you hear them. We got a nice little wind down to them. If this car will overturn. But you know, people say, well, you bought a cheap tire, so it's going to last 10,000 miles. People also ruin, you know, $2,000 mud grapplers in 10,000 miles too, because they don't take care of them. So it really is dependent on the person, I think. We'll see. They might, you know, I've never had these tires. I don't know. They might only last 10,000 miles, like the people are claiming they will, even though these people that claim that have never had them. But my response to one guy the other day when he's saying I should have got the Toyos, literally, if the Toyos last 40,000 miles, okay, if they happen to last that long, and these happen to last 20,000 miles, well, guess what? They were half the price, so I can buy a whole nother set and be at the same price point and have a whole fresh new tire look for the, you know, half the time. So that argument I don't think is valid, because how much of a price difference there is. I mean, that is huge. Literally half the cost. And I mean, when you're spending, you know, it's either $2,000 or $3,000 or whatever it is, you know, depending on your wheels and stuff, half the price is huge. And I'm not one to buy necessarily cheap stuff. I like to buy stuff that I like and that I know works and that performs well. But man, I mean, it just didn't make sense to try them. And when there's a ton of good reviews on these tires, I know once again I'm saying a lot, I'm sorry. Ride quality, I don't think you're going to notice any ride quality difference unless you have a defective tire or something, which, like on Custom Offsets video, they said in rare cases they've had like tread separation or something, or balancing issues or whatever. As far as my truck driving, this thing drives just as, not as smooth as the stock tires, obviously, but I mean, it rides great. There's no steering wheel shake. It doesn't drag itself all over the road. Obviously, you can tell it's a mud tire just the way that it acts, but I mean, from all my past trucks that I've had mud grapplers on, and I've had Toyo MTs on the Taco whenever I got it. I mean, these tires they're no different as far as ride quality goes, and this is on a 22-inch wheel with a 33, so they're not got a ton of give. They have plenty of sidewall, but not a ton. And you know, I just don't see where people are getting at. Sure, if, you know, 100 miles down the road, or on this video right here, we have a blowout, or the tire, you know, gets one of them balloons in it or something, or a bead broke loose or something, yeah, then I might have a different opinion. But as far as initial impressions, this compared to a Toyo or Nitto, whatever, 100% would buy these again tomorrow. Toyo, Nitto, Atturo, I think they're all pretty much the same, dude. This is going to be, like I said, this is just short term, very short term. Could change in the long term way I feel about it, see it, but we'll just have to see. As far as right now goes, dude, I 100% would recommend the Atturo Trailblade MTs to anyone. Half the price, They look better to me. They ride great. They're not real loud, but they do have a sound to them. I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, they're freaking great. And I got these for, I think it was $800, something like that. So, I mean, you really can't hardly beat that. Even like normal tires are pretty dang expensive in this size. So, I would definitely say, if you're on the fence about it, go ahead and run them. Go ahead and get them. Because, like I said, even if they don't have that durability, which is the only thing that I don't know of, because I know they ride as good, they look as good or better, they do everything right now that I can 100% have facts on as good as a Toyo or a Nitto. The only thing I don't know is the longevity. But like I said, you're getting them for half the price, so you can literally buy 2 sets of these tires for the same price as the Toyos. So worst case scenario, they don't last as long, you have to buy another set. And I know there's plenty of people that say that they last just as long. Of course, you have some people that say they don't, but you also have to think it's different people, the way that they take care of stuff, because there's 1.5 million people out there that have toasted a set of mud grapplers in 10,000 miles because they never rotated it, they never got in an alignment, they never did anything, and they just totally screwed them. So we are going to find out if the Atturo Trailblade MTs are worth it. So y'all let me know what you think, and I guess that's gonna about do it, guys. I've probably rambled on enough. Some of y'all have probably already clicked off the video and get tired of me talking. So like I said, y'all let me know. We're gonna find out long-term tests, however long it takes. So yeah, I guess that's gonna do it, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.